Hello and welcome to another Round 5 commentary with your boy Sparky. I'm here with my boy Victor. How you doing, Victor?
What's going on, Sparky? Glad to be back.
We missed you on Friday. We had a fun Friday. We made a decision amongst most of the people who were going to be showing up that we were going to be playing not top tier meta decks after the RC weekend and everybody playing against Breach for multiple hours. As you can see here, Ryan's playing 2012 Jund against Dan playing Kragenwick Cremator. If you had
Yeah.
showed up to play like a tier 3 or 4 deck, what would you have played?
Oof. Wilderness Reclamation.
Wilderness Reclamation with just like the Wombo
Probably
combo.
just pull out. Maybe not Niv Mizzet because I don't think it's really good in Modern.
Sure.
It probably would have just been some streamlined expansion explosion shenanigans. Just absolutely blast you for
Okay,
a
that makes sense.
massive amount.
Classic
Something like
Shun
that.
start. Yeah. I wound up playing a 2022 version of Murktide, and I went 5-0. It was a fun little time. People would have seen match 1 earlier this week, where I think I played against Darian. Did pretty well. But it was fun. I didn't play any Modern Horizons 3 cards. I didn't really play any good cards in general. I don't know what I was doing. Just asking for losses, apparently.
Yeah, really. I mean, it's cool to see 2012, John. I think there are some cards that you can't play. Like, Deathrite Shaman was legal for a time in Modern, correct?
It was legal for a hot minute, and then it had gotten banned at a certain point, I believe. But I mean, like, we're seeing Dark Confidant here, which also is one of the cards. I know Bobby Benson did well with Dark Confidants not too recently. That's how he queued for the RC, playing like Jund Sagavan, very low curve, getting the Dark Confidant points in. I do believe Ryan has a bunch of cards that cost more than 3 in his deck, though.
Interesting, especially because, well, I guess it's truly not the Jund. I mean, it's not the Jund of old, right? There's some cards that don't exist, and there's just cards that you just clearly should be playing over.
I believe after talking to Ryan, he said it was very true. I think he found a list from 2012 and like put the list together. Like
Really?
he's got like
Oh,
one of the lands into play right now is Twilight Mire,
oh yeah.
and his life total's at 12. Like I mean, he could just straight up die to his own Dark Confidant.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, after the RC last week, I was just tired. There's just a time when you just need a break, and I certainly got my fill of magic for
Yeah,
at
and
least.
huge congratulations to you starting off 6-0.
Thank you,
Like
thank you.
and being on camera, it was a blast to watch. It was a blast to be a part of. Man, I couldn't be happier for you.
No, I appreciate it. I want to thank everyone out there who supports us by watching, and everyone local who has really helped me sharpen up my game so that I could try to. I was fortunate I made day two. After that didn't go so well, but I think day two was kind of
I
a.
wasn't gonna ask how the next 5 rounds went.
I
I didn't want to be
appreciate
the
it, but
rude
you know
guy.
what? But there's two sides to every story. So
Yeah.
after making day two, that was awesome. Actually, what's funny is after I won the match on camera, which did lock me for day two, completely forgot. Completely forgot. I was like, oh wait, that did lock me in for day two.
Yeah. It had to have been a
So
good feeling.
no, it was a great one. I remembered it afterwards, but
Yes.
being on camera, for it is what it is. As far as when we're doing this, right? We obviously try to have a setup that certainly mimics what you would see at the top level. But it is just slightly different. Here we're playing among friends and having a good time. But when you're there, it's just slightly more business than usual. So
I would assume that it's a little bit more. The pressure's a little bit on. You have. I mean, like during the stream, you have like a couple. You have tens of people watching us on on the broadcast for the RC. There was hundreds, if not thousands, of people.
yeah, I don't even know what the viewership was at the time. And you know what? Luckily, actually, I will say a slight bit of comfort came from the fact that I was the alternate match, or we were the alternate match, which
Yeah.
kind of made it a little bit better knowing that I wasn't being watched for a little bit. But speaking of watch, though, I didn't even know this, but apparently Carmen Comparens was watching me play for most of my match, and I if I had known, I would have turned around and told her, "You do not want to be watching me."
She was birding over your shoulder pretty hard, and she was loving what you were doing. From what I can recall,
That
it
is
was yeah.
surprising because I
She
had no
hopped, she
idea what
hopped
I
into the
was
booth.
doing.
I don't believe she was covering your round, but she had hopped into the booth afterwards and was like, "Victor's deck is like on par for something that I would want to be doing this weekend." So
Yeah, I know
he
we had
definitely
talked
made an
about it.
impact with the casters.
Yeah, probably. Well, I mean, for a moment, but I will. I'll say this for everyone at home. And I know Sparky, you and I had talked about it over the weekend, and the days, following. Uh, I will say control really works best in an open deck list format. It allows you to know what you're up against. So right away, you don't even have to look at your hand and be like, "Well, does this beat breach?" No. Oh, okay, I can mull because I know what I'm going to go against.
Oh, 100%.
So
Yeah.
I will say that if you are thinking about playing control, closed deck list. If you're not afraid and you feel that you have a mastery of the format, um, certainly go for gold and give it a whirl.
Yep.
I don't know if I would be strong enough to play 15 rounds of control without an open deck list. I don't know if it would
No, that's
just
fair.
be something that I could handle. But shout out to those much stronger mages. Shout out to the control players Discord. I don't want to butcher their actual name, so give me a moment. Control freaks, common
Yes.
spelling for freaks. Had some support in there, some people rooting for me, so I appreciate that, and all the kind words from a lot of the people that we met over the weekend who recognized the channel. You
Yes, we
know,
appreciate all of you when we see you out at any of our conventions and SCG opens and stuff like that. I think one of the next ones I'm going to be at with some of the crew is going to be Connecticut. So
yep,
it
Hartford.
should be a blast. Oh my gosh! So this was I'm sorry to stray away from our RC talk, but this was a call an ambulance, but not for me moment. So 33.3% chance on the line. Dan had profane tutored up the Yargle and Motani.
Oh,
Oh, low roll.
for anyone that isn't familiar, just because I know a lot of stuff. Well, Ryan did a lot of Jun stuff, right? Played some Blood Braids, cascaded into some stuff.
Yeah,
Got some
I mean,
stuff.
he got Dan all the way down to 2.
Kragen Wick Cremator is 2 colors, double red. It's a 5/4. When it ETBs, you I believe you discard a card at random, and if you discard a
That's
creature
correct.
card this way, it deals its damage, or actually the Cremator deals damage equal to that card's power to target player or
Yes.
Planeswalker. And I believe Yargo Moltani is an 18/5.
It's an 18-5. They're re-rolling the die. Ryan wants a time machine to go back in 10 seconds to re-roll that die.
Bet we all wish we could do that at different times. So
Amazing.
Yeah, I think Dan plays a few creatures that do that, right? There's some 15
So he's got Yargle and Maltani, and I believe he has Emrakul, and he also runs Goryo's Vengeance, I believe, in the deck. So he
Yeah,
can
why
like get
not?
those creatures out with haste. I mean, if you got an 18-5, you might as well whack your opponent with it.
I think that version of no, actually, sorry, it's an 18/6, but it doesn't even have trample. You're literally just going in there saying, "Well, you gotta block it anyway."
Well, you're either hoping your opponent doesn't have any blockers.
Oh my god, he's actually playing Blightning? Wow, he really is playing 2012 Jund. All right.
I told you this, Victor. I told you what
I
he was
didn't
doing.
think it. Man, he really took
He's
it to heart.
boarding
I
out the
appreciate that.
Blightnings. Or is he bringing them in?
I would bring them in.
I mean, I guess it's
Absolutely.
fine.
I think I've got your opponent's hand. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you want Liliana here.
No, too slow.
I saw Treetop Village. Ryan is kicking it old school, and we'd love to see it here on the channel.
I think the Lilianas are probably too slow. They're not really going to ever get Dan's
the Blightning dealing the damage, I think, is also a benefit. I mean, if he blood braids into Blightning, I think your head might pop off.
I mean, listen, that's a lot of value that I can respect. Croxa has nothing on that
The
interaction.
good old days are back, baby.
Speaking of good old days, I like to use Scryfall to help us on stream whenever we're looking at cards, just to make sure that I get everything right.
Not a
You know how
sponsor. Great
not
website.
sponsored, but always going to shout out a great website. It's a great tool, and I feel like Scryfall is just one of those places that is just trying to help the Magic world, and I'm
Out
all
here
about
killing the
it.
game.
But with that being said, you know how they usually do like a couple of cards at the bottom, and there's sometimes like a theme or a joke involved.
Yeah, what's the theme today?
I have Seething Song, Dragonstorm, four Bogard, and Hellkites. So talk about
Ooh.
some
I
old
think
cool
they're ready for
stuff.
Tarkir Dragonstorm, baby.
Maybe maybe that's what we're
I
hoping for.
correct me if I'm wrong, and I very well could be wrong, and you're on Scryfall right now. Can you see if Dragonstorm is standard legal?
It is not.
Is it Pioneer legal?
Nope.
Okay.
Would you like to try another format?
I mean, it's definitely modern legal. I was trying to think. I thought I saw Dragonstorm in a recent set, but I could be wrong. There it is, Treetop Village.
We're getting the beats on.
Let's go.
What is Treetop just? It doesn't have a cool effect like
Trample.
Oh, okay, it just has trample.
Each one of those lands had an additional ability.
Got it. Okay.
Ooh. 2023 called Dark Confidant and said, "Get wrecked."
Yeah. I don't know what's better though, a card that gives you cards or a card that punishes you cards for taking cards.
I
don't know.
mean, it's kind of a non-bow together, so just runs out another one. Love to see it.
Says I don't care. I'm not drawing cards.
Did miss a lane drop, so we'll see where this goes.
Oof.
Oh no, sir.
Hey, you want to live by the sword? You got to die by the sword.
This could be a quick one too if he misses another land drop.
I think he asked for an untapped land and got either.
It looks like all cards in his hand. It looks like a couple of multicolored cards, Inquisition, and a Bolt.
Oof.
Luckily, this
Danger and
Saga's
another
going away.
Ballmaster.
A Rubit he's asking for.
He didn't even want the colorless, just float and keep up the Ballmaster. He said, "I don't care."
Oh yeah, I think he's
Cookbook to enable the tomfoolery. What a symphony of cards together that just feels
It
illegal.
looks so weird.
Man, a Maelstrom Pulse would be pretty deep right now just to get rid of those. Oh my goodness, but you make your constructs bigger. Oh, it's a lot of value.
Every food's gonna make that guy a little bit bigger, which is kind of nice.
Yeah,
Another missed land drop, but
not land drop.
I believe he has an abrupt decay, so that can kind of.
He's got Inquisition. He's got Terminate.
Yeah, I think that was a Terminate.
Wow.
Shows him he doesn't need the third Bowmaster. I think we do this on their attack step. It should be the construct here. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to. It's a 3/3 next turn, potentially more.
Yep. Oh, that's a Goryo's.
Setting up.
Yeah, put him to 13. Let's see if Ryan hits this land drop. I think he's stuck on 3s. Ooh, he got the land.
He's stuck
on. Not. I think he's got a Kitchen Fix in hand. Is one of those cards, maybe.
One did look like a Blood Braid as well.
Oh, there's Liliana.
Ugh. Pluses, interesting.
I guess he's going to discard his artifact.
Yeah, he's got a dead card. Oh no, I don't know about that.
We shall see. Ooh, Ben's the Goryo's. Ben's the Terminate?
We got a third surveil? Nope.
I'm a little. I mean, I guess it. I mean, it does seem weird because Dan has the cookbook already, so making making your opponent discard. He's already got a card that makes him want to discard himself.
Yeah, I would have ticked the Liliana down there, and then maybe it absorbs one of the hits, stay alive a little bit longer. Oh, there's a bolt. Dan Ever, the mechanic when it comes to this. Puts his opponent to 10, takes care of the Liliana. I have a interesting feeling. Cannot take the Cremator.
Oh no.
The writing is on the wall. This Profane Tutor is coming off. Baby,
Yeah.
I think this is going to be an Exacxes.
Oh, it's going to be a win worthy. No, it's lethal because
Because whatever card he draws for the turn, whatever card he draws for the turn,
to the cookbook.
Yes, so he's going to get exactly the card he wants. He's just showing it face up. This is Mike Long style, toying with his opponent.
I don't see any cards in Dan's lap though, so he's already a better person.
No, yeah, he's already better than.
Found that card. Draw for turn.
I mean, if it's a land, he can just play it too. So
that's true.
And Ryan calling it a 50-50, but I don't think he.
I don't think Ryan sees the line of the cookbook.
Oh, but I guess if you have a removal spell. Oh, actually.
Oh, he's gonna style on him. Hit him for 20.
No, actually, it was the right move because I think if you have the removal spell and get rid of the Cremator with the trigger on the stack, it won't deal the damage.
I believe you're correct, and I think that's why Ryan should have kept the Terminate. But we got there. Fun event, fun games. Awesome to see Craig McCreamer take this one down. Also awesome to see 2022 Jund. Any final thoughts, Vic?
Yeah, ban Breach.
Ban Breach, you heard it here, folks. I've been Sparky. Say goodbye, Victor.
Goodbye, Victor.